Why hello there, stranger. Welcome back. As you can tell by the title, today we're doing the end of the year book tag video. This tag was created by Ariel Bissett. If you don't know who she is, and you've been watching BookTube for a while, I don't know which rock you've been living under, but she's like one of the OG booktubers. Anyway, she created this book tag, and I thought I would do it. So without further ado, let's just get right into it. I wrote all the questions down in my little notebook. Are there any books you started this year that you need to finish? Yes, there are. It's the books I'm currently reading. I'm currently reading Imaginary Friend by Chbosky, who wrote The Perks of Being a Wallflower, if you didn't know. And so far, I'm not that far in. So far, I'm really enjoying it. I just haven't actually sat down again in a while and read some of it. But this is one of the books I need to finish, and so far, I'm really liking it. Then, I also started reading Last Exit to Brooklyn, and by started reading, I mean I'm on page 9. I actually don't know if I even started this. What is this? I feel like this is just an introduction. See, forward to the post-trial edition. So I'm not even going to read this because I don't care to know about the whole play and everything. So let's just do this. There we go. And we'll start from the beginning of the actual story. Yes. I'm busy reading this. Or actually I need to start reading this. But this is another book I need to finish before the end of the year. And then also Curation. I started reading this book, and so far it's not wowing me. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's really not that. I'm on page either 10 or 11. And so far it seems like a whole bunch of nonsense. Or not nonsense, but it seems like something that I already knew before reading this, so I don't feel like I need to really read it. But I will give it a few more pages. I think I'll read till about page 50 to see if I actually like this book. And if I don't, I'm gonna DNF it because I don't want to waste my time on a book that I'm not enjoying. Then, next question is, do you have an autumnal book to transition into the end of the year? Ariel Bissett is a Canadian booktuber, if you were unaware, so she lives in the northern hemisphere. But I live in the southern hemisphere, so currently, if you can tell by my attire, it is spring here. So I'm gonna flip this question around a bit and say, do you have a spring themed book to transition into the end of the year? I don't really. I feel like I grabbed these two books off of my bookshelf. The first is Ask Again, Yes. But I don't think this is a really spring-themed book. It just looks green and springy. So that's my first book. I don't think it's spring-related at all. And then the other one is Black Dog Summer, which is, as you can tell by the title, more summer-related. But it would be a good book, I think, to transition into summer with, even though I don't really know what the story is about. I grabbed it because the title sounded interesting. And then I realized that I actually had it on my want to read list for a long time, and I just forgot about it. So those are my two spring-ish books, if you will, that aren't really spring at all, to transition into the end of the year. Then next question. Is there a new release you're still waiting for? Not really, because I don't keep up to date that much with all the new releases that are happening, because I don't very often buy a brand new book just when it comes out. I usually buy it a couple of months or a year later. What are 3 books you want to read before the end of the year? Okay, so I'm gonna say, first of all, I want to read The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. I have had this book on my bookshelf for such a long time, and I have not read it yet. There's quite a few books like this that are just on my bookshelf waiting to be read, but I haven't read them yet. Then next, I recently did a classics haul, and I bought 2 books by Virginia Woolf because I am really interested in her and want to read what she wrote. I became a little bit obsessed with her earlier this year, and so I want to read one of the books that I bought, and I grabbed Mrs. Dalloway here because the other one is The Years, and The Years is quite a big book. And if you look at all the other books on my list at the moment, like Imaginary Friend and The Night Circus, those are both quite big books. So I don't think I'll have time to read that whole massive Virginia Woolf thing. So Mrs. Dalloway seems like a more achievable book to read, and it's Virginia Woolf, so I will be happy if I read it before the end of the year. Then the third one is probably going to be one of these 2. I don't know which one. Most likely Black Dog Summer, because I feel like reading a summer book in summer or approaching summer. So Ask Again Yes is probably going to go back onto my bookshelf for a while longer. But Black Dog Summer, I think, is the other book that I'm going to read. Then, last question. No, I lie. Second last question. Is there a book you think could still shock you and become your favorite book of the year? Well, according to the books that I have here next to me, I think it could either be Imaginary Friend, because I'm already really enjoying it, or The Night Circus could take up the next number 1 spot. The number 1 spot, if I just actually finish reading them. The last and final question on my end of year book tag question list is, have you already started making reading plans for next year? And the answer to that is no, I have not. I set out very ambitious goals and plans for myself this year in terms of reading, and I fell flat on my face. So for next year, I'm not going to make any concrete plans. I'm just going to say that I want to read often, and by read often, or actually I mean read more. Maybe I should say read more often, because at the moment I'm not reading regularly. There will be spurts of really reading a lot, and then there will be dry spells of weeks that go by where I don't pick up a single book. So I think for next year, my plan is just to actually make reading a habit and to do it more regularly. I don't have to do it every day, but I would like to read more often, and I would like to read in different locations, I think. I would like to start going out into the world and reading, not just reading in my bed or on my couch or in the car when I'm driving somewhere. And by I'm driving, I mean I'm not the one driving, I'm the one sitting in the passenger seat reading my book, because that wouldn't be very responsible of me to read while I'm sitting behind the driver's wheel. The driver's wheel? The steering wheel. So I want to actually go out and like have a picnic and read, and or take my book with me when I go into town and sit at a coffee shop and read there, or I don't know. I just want to read outside of my house is basically what I'm saying. Even though I get distracted very easily, and it will be highly unlikely that I will read a lot when I'm not in my house. Anyway, that's the end of my end of year book tag video. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and you would like to see more like this, you can subscribe. You can also give it a like to let me know that you liked the video, and you can turn on post notifications to get notified when I upload a new video, because seemingly I'm not doing it very consistently at the moment. I have a lot of things going on in my life that I need to figure out, and then maybe, hopefully, I can get back to making consistent content. Also let me know in the comments what kind of book related videos you want me to make, because I would like to know what you want to see. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next video, whenever that will be. And I hope you have a great day.